white backgrounds. Praise all. Good morning, Dr. J. You up early? What you doing this morning? I was gonna get out here and go on a little cruise, a little walk. I forgot to buy me some cream. I can't make my mocha this morning. Got to wait till the store open to make my mocha. I knew there was something I went to the store for last night and I forgot to get my mocha to make my mocha. I made the cream to make my mocha with. So I'm gonna get out here and go on a little stroll for a few minutes till the store's open. Did get me some good rest. Outside, y'all. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday morning. Let's get up. Let's get up. Let's get this blood circulating, child. See what it look like in Florida. What it feel like in Florida. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Mina. Brown Sugar. Shady. Tracy. Sunshine. All y'all up this morning. Yes, let me see what Florida look like. This is what Florida look like this morning, y'all. On my side, on the, I guess you could say I'm closer to the north coast, because I'm closer to Georgia. So, yes, this is what we looking like this morning. Gonna take this little stroll down this sidewalk. It's a little cool, but it's gonna get hot. I know it's gonna get hot, y'all. Yes, honey. I'm telling you, gotta get out here and get these exercise, but I'm telling you, Auntie been going through so much with my grandbaby up there in Georgia. Yes, Lord. And the thing about it, boy, a man child, you know, when they make these kids when they're young, and sometimes they settle down when they get in their 40s. And then they end up making a whole more new generation of kids. Yes, because I got a friend like that. He's in his 60s like me, but he still got children that he raising because he made his kids, he said he was, when he was younger, he was wild, but when he got in his 40s, he settled down and he met this younger woman and she gave him 4 more kids because he had already had older kids. And now he's 60-some years old and he raising his kids, which they almost grown. They about grown. But that's the way it is when men make kids when they're young. And then when they get in their 40s, they get more settled down. Then they'll start making more children. Yeah, that's the only thing about a man. A woman, most of the time, she gets stopped. She don't want no more. We don't want to be making children in our 40s. Most of us don't, unless we Janice Jackson. You know, Janice Jackson, she showed the world she had hers when she was 50. I mean, she really showed us, didn't she? She showed us what a 50-year-old woman can do. If you ain't good damn shape, you can make your baby at 50 years old. It's a little chilly out here. It's a little too chilly for Auntie anyway. So my son, my grandson, yes, he turned 17 in February. And I don't know what's going on up there in Georgia, but Auntie gonna have to take her a trip to Georgia to see about my baby. Because I just want him to know that he do have other family members down here in Florida that love him, and we there for him. You know, I don't know what don't happen to you, because I'm not there in Georgia to see about you. Because if he was here in Florida, I would be more, connect to him and stuff like that. So, but my daughter, she went head on and got him a phone and stuff, because he was 17 and he didn't even have a phone. And all my grandbabies, I want all of them to have phones. Because when he would get a phone, he would always say he got a phone, but the phone lasts about 30 days. And then we don't hear from him for months and months and months. And then we try to call his phone to be on. And we said we tired of doing that, so my daughter, she went ahead on and purchased him a phone, because we want to know whatever you're going through there in Georgia, you got to call your damn family here in Florida. Because when it comes to my grandbabies, y'all, I'm very protected. I love my grandbabies. They help me they keep me motivated. They keep me going. They keep me want to try to stick around a little longer to take care of myself. You know, that's the only thing about being a mother. You can produce the next generation. And I think grandkids are a blessing. Even if you don't even have them, even if you adopted some, you know what I'm saying? Either way, anything you do for a child, when they grow up and they appreciate you, it's still a blessing. No matter how which way it go, it's still a blessing from God. Hey, Tracy, thank you for the breakfast, sugar. Auntie, I'm going to get my workout shortly too. Okay, sugar. Hey, Kimberly, how you doing? Mina. Hey, Clara girl, how you doing, sugar? Kim, he's in North 11 Saturday here. Okay. Oh, where you at? It's 11 o'clock at night. Wow, girl, it's 6:52 this here in Florida. It ain't even 7 o'clock. That's why I said I can't even go to the store. You most inspiring. Thank you, sugar. Hey, y'all. Hey. Oh, new subby. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Janice Jackson this. Yeah, she showed up. This ain't too old to have no damn children. And the license name. My mama was pregnant at 57 years old, but she lost it. Our last brother, she was pregnant when she was in her 50s. But my mama got mad when I got my tubes tied. She didn't want me to get my tubes tied because she said that's not God's way. My mom had me at 35, and I thought that was late, but now I understand. Yes, women are having kids later now, but later now. But when you have them that late, you be better moms. I ain't trying to be funny, but when you have children 35, 40, 50, you be better moms. Because you know why? Because you more settled. You more settled and you have a lot of patience. That's why we be better grandmas than we was with our kids, because we older now. And we done been through this. And we know what hurts children. We know what disappoints children. That's why we can discipline kids better than the younger generation. Because see, the younger generation, they don't understand. They don't even know how to make their babies laugh. You take their babies right now, they shit them out, and they take them to grandma, and we sit up there and we play with them, and the baby be giggling and giggling, and they be like, I didn't know my baby can laugh. Oh my God, you making my baby laugh. They don't know how to even play with their children, because they be looking at this stuff that they write down in the books. You're supposed to do this with your children. You're supposed to do that. I remember one time when my mama was out of town. And I had just had my son. My son had the colic. He wouldn't stop crying. He wouldn't stop crying. I took him to the hospital, and the hospitals and the doctors told me, go call your mama. I said, what you mean? My mama out of town. Tell me, because your mama know more about college than we do. Those old women, they know how to stop them from crying. I don't know nothing about no college, you know. And the hospitals will let you know. Go talk to your mama. She know more about it. Yeah, because they do. They was older women. They don't have children, and they know how to stop a child. They know how to make kids laugh. But you know, some young generation, when they have kids and they around an older person, and they got an older person that help them look after their children, they be blessed. Because a lot of them just don't know. Did nobody teach you how to handle a baby? Did nobody teach you how to be playful with a baby? You know, just take them and stick them in your damn shirt and walk around with them and say thank you to shit like that girl do. Stick them in the damn shirt. Give Wood the other one. McKay have the other one. Gorgeous have one. That's a goddamn shame. Everybody just raising children. But I would have most definitely had to get me a nanny. A nanny. I couldn't have did it. I would have, the much money as she have, I'm going to take this money and invest it into a decent nanny to help me with these babies before something go wrong. I mean, you got everybody who got assistants and nanny these days. Shoot, even Porsha got a nanny. These days you can get a nanny, a maid, all in one price. And I notice a lot of the black women, they not hiring the black maids no more. Why is that? I guess because the black women's in Georgia trying to be successful. They hiring the Spanish women. The Spanish women have took over the domestic, the house, the cleaning, everything. Now, you know, you got the Spanish women working for the black women now, especially all out there in Atlanta, Georgia and stuff. You know, most black women, they got smart. They start opening up the maid business themselves. They start opening up that business themselves, and they hired a bunch of Spanish women to work for them, like Mimi on Love and Hip Hop. You know, that's what they doing now. They getting the business themselves and getting the Spanish people to work for them. So that's why you ain't gonna find too many women, black people that do that type of work no more. Most everywhere you go now is better to say there's not too much structure. Lots of children out of wedlock don't realize how important family. Yeah, that's true. Hardly no one can even afford a maid. I know you can't, but these days, honey, you can afford. I mean, if you got the kind of money, how people flash around on this app. Cause back there in the day when I was hustling, I sure had a damn maid. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. And I got a girl right now. Y'all probably seen her at the party when I went to my cousin party. The white girl. She do that for a living. She loves to clean. I haven't hired her in years, but I have hired her. You know, when I get backed up on a lot of housework and stuff, I have hired her to come and help me out. I mean, my cousin and everybody, she worked for all of us. She still do work for them. Because she like doing that type of work. She's an organizer. She come and organize your closet. She come and clean your stove. Miss Loretta don't clean no stove. So I'll pay her. She'll come and clean your stove. She'll come and clean your refrigerator. She'll do a lot of stuff. People don't even have that much money And they were hire made. I'm telling you, they were hire made. But when you come out here and brag on your money, you can afford a nanny. Welcome to Auntie Walk and Talk. That's exactly what it is. Sunshine say they too busy turking in dirty apartments trying to make a baby laugh. Exactly. You don't make no baby laugh like that, Sunshine. Shirley, good morning. Hey, Shirley girl. Betty say. Okay, I thought I read that one. Betty say, Harley, no one can even afford to make. No, you can't. But when you brag on your money, you can. Hey, Josh, how you doing? Look like ice cream on the ground. Ain't no ice cream. That's the sidewalk, baby. Hey, the baker. Good morning, Miss Lowe and Boogie Woogies. Hey, Sugar. Hey there. Like and sub. Thank you, Sugar. Betty. Thank you. Sunshine. Betty. Thank you. Prince. Good morning. How you doing, Betty? Yeah. But like I said, I get back on to my grandson. You know, he been going through some stuff up there in Georgia, but, you know, I just want him to know that his family is in Florida. You know, anytime you need us, we gonna bust up there one weekend. Yeah, that's what Auntie been thinking about when I get through taking care of all this business this month. These 2 events I got, I'm thinking I got to head to Georgia to go see about my grandbaby. You know, he's 17 years old, and I'm kind of skeptical because the reason why I'm kind of skeptical about, I already, you know, trying to get situated with my other grandson. So far, he doing okay. He, you know, with his life, he trying to get his life together, you know, being a trainer and all that, and still going to school on top of it. He's still in college on top of all of that. And, you know, he still got his little friend, too. I mean, I said, boy, you do a lot. I don't know how you can handle all those many hats, but you go ahead on and handle those hats because you young. To me, that's a lot of hats. I mean, that's a lot of hats to wear, but he's a grown man. He can handle it. You know, it only going to make him stronger. And I just want, you know, when you be worried about your grandkids, you be worried about them. This is so peaceful. Thank you. We pretty peaceful. Well, we have a good time too. You know, depends on how the mood hits us. Over here, Auntie Baby Boogie Woogies. We very controversial. We talk about in and everything, everybody in and everything. We just talk about different topics, different things. Most of all, Miss Loretta talk about her life, you know, certain things that I'm going through, especially my health. You know, I have lost over, oh my God, I have lost close to 200 pounds. So, you know, Miss Loretta's on that healthy trend journey. You know, life has really changed for me in the last 2 years. And I get phone calls I got so many phone calls. I mean, people I got to call back on Facebook everywhere because everybody want to know what I'm doing to keep losing the weight. You know, so many people want to know everything, every step that I did. And I definitely need a manager. You know, Miss Loretta got to get a manager because, you know, to see what some of these companies help me out. You know, speaking on their products and stuff and encouraging people to buy them and stuff. You know, it's not, I'm not making a dime for this. I'm not getting nothing. You know, and so, like I say, it's so many phone calls over there where people have called me on Facebook it's a shame. Instagram, Facebook. I mean, I be flooded with phone calls all the time. All the time. And a lot of people still think I got Messenger. I had to take Messenger away years ago because it was very overflooding. But during that time, it was overflooding with these old weird men. And the reason why Miss Loretta took Messenger down, because I used to talk to some people on Messenger. And I picked up the phone one day. This guy, he was from another country. I'll never forget it, y'all. And he was inside the bathroom, because I noticed how some countries, the bathroom, the toilets are made square. You know, I said, why he in the bathroom? You know, he kept calling me all the time. So I said, well, I guess this time I want to see what he wants. He was telling me to hold on, you know, he kept sending me messages about he wanted to talk to me, he liked me, him and a lot of more. I don't know why this one I decided to pick up the phone on Messenger. But he was from another country because the toilet was made square. You know, here in the United States, our toilets not, well, maybe some people who got the fancy house and stuff, but most of them made about, you know, the same. But I knew this was a different country because the way how he talk and everything. Hey, Veronica. Beautiful Loretta in chat. I hit the like button. Enjoy your content to the story. Okay, thank you, sugar. Hey, Prince, how you doing? And he said, hold on. I said, what you talking about? Hold on. I said, hold on. I hold on, y'all, and I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I wish I would have hung up. That man came back with an anaconda, pulled it out his pants. Y'all, I almost like to faint it. That was the biggest thing I ever seen in my life. I ain't gonna even tell you no lie. I said, oh my, you nasty son. I cussed him out and I hung up the phone and I blocked messaging. I did. Because I said, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of these perverts. I'm sick of them calling me. And now I don't engage and don't have to see something like that. Something I ain't never seen in my life. Not that size. Not that size, y'all. That was horrible. That was horrible. That was so horrible. I'm telling you. Then I ran across a scammer. You ever see the catfish? How these elderly women be getting whooped out their money? Oh yeah, Miss Loretta, the same man who had got this white woman, that was the same man talking to me. I wanted to call catfish so bad, say that was the same guy who was talking to me. He was talking about he worked for BP Oil Company, and he was out there in the ocean. But he talked to me about a good month before he even asked me for anything. He was nice. He always was concerned. He used to text me every morning. He used to call me. I mean, he was every morning. And you know, I can see how a lot of those women get caught up with them. Because these guys, they be so polite. You be thinking that they really like you, but they don't. Something don't happen because Johnny Law, there go the second one. Going right back there in that back. Ooh, I'm glad I don't live back there. Yeah, although you look to talk to us. Kimberly, that's what the hell I was talking to, a damn snake or anaconda at that. That's nice. Nice story. I know, but honey, he scared me, baby. He scared Miss Loretta. That's why I don't have Messenger no more. But yes, until I did, yes, honey. But you have to be careful with these old guys. I'm telling you about the date app now. Just like I say, we're very controversial over here. We go from one conversation to the other conversation. And that's why I don't get on the dating app. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because one of my friends sent me a thing yesterday, a picture off the date app about the guy who trying to talk to her. And guess what, y'all? The guy who trying to talk to her is somebody married in my family. I'm not gonna call their name, but I'm gonna talk to my niece. And I don't know if he know that I'm her auntie or what. So my friend, she say, are they still married? I say very much still married. He trying to talk to other women off the app and don't rant into one of my girlfriends. This is a shame. See how men get caught? Y'all better say, you guys also thankful for the stream. Enjoy your day, everyone. Okay, baby. Anaconda, don't run unless a girl. I'm saying that's why I don't like Messenger, because I used to get tagged by a lot of guys, good people, and then they used to send what you call those letters, those chain letters. Oh, I hate those things. I don't like chain letters. I don't believe in that stuff. You know, they still doing that on Messenger. Make sure you send it to 10 more people. Long time ago, they used to send them in your mailbox. And my mama used to get them. And the neighbor used to get them too. The neighbor used to be around there sending them, be trying to send them out to 10 more people. Talking about if you don't send them out to 10 more people, so-and-so gonna happen to you, some tragedy gonna happen in your life. Which I tell people all the time, something happened anyway. Something, this is life. Let's look at reality. This is not a perfect world. Something gonna happen anyway. We just pray to God what we go through, it don't be max that we can't take it, But something will always happen anyway, sooner or later. And then you think about, don't think like that. Just think, say, Jesus, cover me in your blood, Father. Protect me as I go through this life. Protect each and every last one of my family members. My auntie, baby, boogie woogies, Lord, protect all of us as we enter in this world, day-to-day life, Jesus. Have mercy on us. Cover us in your blood and stuff like that. And then that way you won't be run across those foolish letters. You won't have to think about it because you know you cover in Jesus' blood. Veronica said, wow, why do in the dark? It's a way to do in the light. Exactly. We did change letter in high school. Okay. You so right, Auntie. Damn, you so wisdom, yo. Thank you, honey. Veronica say you're right, Auntie Loretta. They too old for change. Yeah, and I don't like that neither on Messenger. That's why Miss Loretta don't have it. Hey, Roy, Angel, yes, Auntie, you are right. Thank you, love. Yeah, that's why I don't have Messenger. I don't want no parts of Messenger like that because I don't believe in all that foolishness. I believe in God. Y'all know Miss Loretta believe in Jesus. I was raised up by a Christian woman. Like Saturday mornings, like we up now. My mama would have us in the house when we was young children on Saturday morning. She would get up and fix the most beautiful breakfast. I mean, sometimes I just think about days like that. Ain't no days like that. Like I should be in the house right now fixing a beautiful breakfast. But ain't nobody here but me and my grandbaby. Unless that little gal in there, I don't know. The first time she came over here and she stayed the night, I fixed her breakfast. I said, I ain't got rid of her no more. She been over coming back as a flower. I guess she feel like she home over here. Yes, honey, I spoiled her the first time she came to my house. I fixed her some shrimp and grits, and that girl ain't left yet. Well, she don't live here, but she make sure she be here on the weekend. I bet you that much, honey. She be here. But yeah, it's coming up as kids. We had to do morning devotion. We'll all come in the living room, and we'll read a Bible verses, and then we'll sing a couple church songs. That's the way Miss Loretta was raised. Yes, I was raised because my mama always said, a family that pray together stays together. And we stayed together for many, many, many years. We stayed together. And that's why, I talk about I have lost some of my family, my brothers and sisters, but, I got to realize I'm 60-some years old, and it looked like 60 came fast too, y'all. And then, when they start leaving, it just, it's a different world, especially when you was growing up with 9 brothers and sisters and y'all was in the house together, y'all played together, y'all had a good time, y'all was all piled up in the station wagon, traveling together. From the baby to the oldest to the oldest. It was amazing. Just having that many sisters and brothers, one caring for each other, one caring. My responsibility was my sister and my baby brother. And my brother who was older than me, he was my responsibility. And my sister who was older than me, she was my brother and me responsibility. And then the other ones, they did what they want to do because they was almost grown. My mama used to dress us up real nice for fixed breakfast. and send us to church, and she would stay home and cook, and I miss her. Yes, my mama did that too. After a big breakfast on Saturday, I'm ready to go back to sleep. You here, girl? Auntie gonna get in these streets today. Veronica say, yes, Auntie. I was raised in the church, and it was the same at home. We had our own church choir, and it was 9 of us and our first cousin. Yes, I sang in the church choir. I guess y'all say we could tell because you sure love to sing, Auntie. I sure do. I guess y'all know that by now. Auntie loves to sing. Sing and dance. That's what I like to do. I mean, if you catch me singing, you know I'm happy. When I get out here and go, I don't care how I sound. I really don't care. When you see Miss Loretta singing, you know I'm happy. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling okay. Yeah, hallelujah, hallelujah. God, thank you for today. Thank you, baby. It's a mild day here in the UK. All right, there go my UK babies. I love y'all over there. Thank y'all for loving Auntie over there in the UK, because the YouTube tell me all the time I'm very well loved in the UK. And I said, I got to get my UK's babies back, because my UK babies back, y'all be taking Auntie views to the top. See, all the people don't understand how this app works. But no UK views, when they start viewing you, honey, they be so many views till they can't even put them all on this platform. Then when you get off this app, your numbers be so high because those UKs, they watching you. And they always told me I was well loved over there. You know, sometimes they leave and they come back because I guess I get kind of focused off. I don't get as motivated like I should be. But I'm trying to get in shape. I'm trying to get the channel back growing so I can know all people. And that's the main thing about being a content creator, Dr. J. Don't turn nobody away from your platform. Always welcome everybody. And a lot of people say, oh, those are trolls. Those are trolls. No, if they not being disrespectful, leave them alone. Because a lot of them, like she in here, they from the UK. They be from other countries, and other countries would look different from the United States. See, a lot of content creators don't know that, and they be having their mods to take them out. But those be people who really want to support your channel, want to help get you out there. So I'm just letting you know, when you see your chat looking strange, please don't be alarmed. Because you see how Solid Sunny over there with down there 50,000 people, because Solid Sunny don't let people take nobody out her chat, because those are people coming from all over the country. And that's where I be trying to let my moms know too. Don't take nobody out, no matter how strange they look. They are, you know, you networking. You got to be able to network with everybody. I mean, everybody. Even if people say bad things, it's just like being a celebrity. Celebrity have to network with everybody, no matter how they look, how they smell. If you know, if you a celebrity and you out there, you don't want to get no bad reputation to make your image go down. So you have to network. You have to truly network with people, and you have to accept people for what they are, what they want to say. And sometimes their opinion, the things they say you don't like, but you just deal with it, because that's life. That's life, honey. So my channel is very controversial. That's why I invite everybody over here. You know, I try to talk about other subjects. I move on. I try to be more of a, role model too. I try to help people out, not working important, even if it's in business in all areas. Yes, that's true. And then one time I was dating this guy. Let me tell y'all about this one right here now. That's why Miss Loretta ain't on the dating app, but I might go back on there just to have some fun. Because after my girlfriend sent me that I said, I need to go on this app under a strange name, see if he gonna try to holler at me. Somebody's husband in my family around here on the damn dating app, y'all. And he don't try to holler at my friend. So Looking very important. Hey, baby. Hey, Harold. So, I met this guy. He was nice. And, he was talking to me. He supposed to be in the church. You know, a lot of them get on here talking about they're in the church. Now, I don't know what a good church man would do for Miss Loretta. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't trying to fake the funk with nobody. I ain't trying to fake the funk with nobody. So I don't know if a good church man would be right for me. But I always told my family that I was going to marry a pastor. I always say, I'm going to marry me a pastor. My husband, I'm going to be the first lady. I'm going to marry me a pastor. I always said I was going to marry me a pastor. I said, if the Lord send me a man, you got to be a pastor. Because I think I can, how you doing, Aunt Star, Harold, how y'all doing? I'm going to marry me a pastor. Well, anyway, I met this guy, and he was asking me about a bunch of questions. He wanted to know, did I own my place? Did I rent my place? I would say, no, I rent. He wanted to know, how many children did you have? I would say, we holding conversations, he talking. He wanted to know, could you send me a picture of you? I said, didn't you see my pictures on the dating app? I ain't I'm not a small woman, I'm a big girl. I said, I'm not ashamed of my size. Okay. What school? How far did you get in school? Asking me all these questions like I was applying for a job. You know what I'm saying? He just kept asking me all these weird questions and stuff like that. And then he was telling me that he was in a relationship. And I say, send me the picture of the girl you was in a relationship with, because he said a woman broke his heart. She left him for his friend. And when he sent me a picture of her, she was a very beautiful woman. I said, wow, you didn't make it with her. But you can't go by people's looks and stuff like that neither. They always asking for more pictures and stuff. Yeah, they do. They be asking for more pictures. You're right about that. And I said, you didn't make it with her, but every time he called me, he always be talking about how she broke his heart and stuff like that, and she did that to him, and she did that to him. And he's saying, I don't mind being with a big girl. Never told him one time that I want to be with this guy. Never. I'm just trying to have a friendly conversation. You don't got your heart broke. So I'm trying to listen to your sorrow. And then he said, well, what kind of car you drive? I say, what? During that time, I had a couple cars. I said, I got a Durango. I got a Journey. And I had something else. I had to get rid of those cars because Miss Loretta couldn't afford the insurance. I had gave the Durango to my grandson, but he didn't want it no more, so he got rid of it. The insurance was tearing my ass up to have on 3 cars. And then out here where we live at, we can only have, they say we can only have 1 car. But if you got another car, you got to park it in visitors, and visitors things all around the corner. But just me and him, we decided we got rid of the other 2 cars because we just decided we didn't need all those cars right now. During that time, he was still in high school and stuff like that. So now, he can get his own car now since he grown. Because he didn't want the Durangos. Anyway, he kept drilling me with all these questions. And this man used to call me all the time too, all the time. I don't know why. See, you can't be friendly with black men. That's why I say I want to date me a white man. I'm sick of y'all. This man really thought I was interested in him because I was holding a conversation. So he just told me, he said, I got some good news for you. I said, you got some good news for who? I got some good news for you, baby. I said, you got good news for me. I'm saying, boy, you been asking me all these questions. What I drive, do I own? I wish you would own a house, though. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. I wish you own. But you don't own. I'm fine with it if you rent it. But you should look into trying to own your house, And that's the only thing, kind of kept me for deciding what I want to do with you. I was like, oh, yeah? I say, do with who? Do with you. But you ain't got to worry about that because you know something, baby. You passed the test. I say, pass what test? You gonna be my woman. I say I'm gonna be what? Yeah, you're a little heavy, but I say I can accept that. And you don't own no house. I can accept that, but you know we'll get through it. We'll get through it, baby. I think me and you gonna have a good time together. And I think when I prayed about you and God say this what He want me, I say God ain't tell you nothing like that. He talking about what you mean. You don't pass the test, damn. I say God ain't told you nothing like that, cause honey, I ain't into you like that. What you mean? Me and you been trying to get together for the last month, and I told y'all I asked you these questions because I wanted to make sure you was the one. Cause I keep running across these different women, and they ain't the one, but you different. Now you don't own your house. I can work with that, and you a big girl. I can work with that. But I just want to tell you, baby, you passed that test. I say, I ain't passed that. I don't know what the hell to tell you because I damn sure ain't the one for you, sugar. I say, honey, I don't even like you. You don't like me. I say, no. I say, I was just listening to you because you going through something. You trying to make a woman want you that she have moved on. And you right here crying about her. And you going to tell me I passed the test? Hey, Journey. And I say, I don't own no house. I don't own a damn thing. I say, I was just being nice to you. I say, you really have started getting on my nerves, to be honest. And I say, let me tell you something. If you want your wife back, I would give him some advice how to get his damn wife back. Get rid of that effed up attitude. Get rid of that everything got to be so perfect. Everything got to be so in order. The way how she looked, the way how she dressed, the way how she walked. That's how you lost her. You lost your wife because you want to look for somebody professional. And you probably got on her goddamn nerves like you just got on mine. Oh, you talking about that's where I lost my wife. I say straight get rid of that cocky ass attitude because you cocky as hell. I say that's the first thing I noticed when I started talking to you. You was a very cocky ass person and you asked too many damn questions. Let people volunteer to tell you stuff if they want to. When you first meet a woman, the next woman you try to talk to, you don't need to, you drill me like a damn drill sergeant. You was drilling me and you made me feel fucking uncomfortable. Because I knew you wasn't up to no damn good. You was looking for somebody that you, hey Barbara, that you was trying to come over, trying to get over on. You wanted this woman to have a house and a car, somewhere that you can, you know, feel like if you got with her, that you walk away from this relationship, you won't walk away empty-handed because you'll probably try to undermine her out of home, undermine her out of money, or whatever. I say you would sound like you was looking for a damn meal ticket. You trying to milk the cow. And like you say, why would you want to get with a big girl when you don't like big girls? Don't get with something that you don't want. I say, because the woman that I seen, she's healthy. She look healthy. She in good shape. I said, you just got on, you ran to her way. You really ran to her way with that after attitude. And you say, well, can I keep talking to you? So you can give me some advice, because I believe you can really help me out. I would say, I don't even want to keep talking to you. I say, I really don't. I say, I'm on a dating app. I'm talking to this one. I'm talking to that one. And all of y'all, you know, they just start getting on my nerves. Yes, they have a nerve to be investigated. Yes, and that's why I'm telling people, if you're on a dating app, please be careful. Because when they go to drilling you like that, they up to no damn good. I bet he look a mess and broke. Ooh, honey, yeah. You talk about he own his own home. He own a house there. His mama just died a few years ago and left him the damn house. And he was living, him and his wife were living with his mama in the house. How you do that? I think Loretta, you street smart. Girl, you better be. Looking for a comeback. Yeah, they looking for a comeback, especially in elderly women, because you know something, a lot of elderly women, they be established. They be established because their husband been on pass. Their husband been on pass, and the insurance policy, some husband be having like $1 million insurance policy, 700,000 insurance policy. Men do that when they love their wife. You know what I'm saying? Because when they die, they want their wife to do things that they probably couldn't do when they was together because they didn't have the finance. But most men have policies on them like that. They be securing they wives for life till the day she die. But she end up meeting these old damn internet pimps. Internet pimps, and they end up taking all their little life savings and everything. And that's why it's big here in the United States. Men are trying to holler at elderly women because they know the elderly women, when they don't lost their husband, because the average woman do outlive a man, and the average older woman, they have money. They have money because the husband had a good insurance policy. He had stocks. He left her behind to be happy for the rest of her life, not come and give it to a jitterbug. Boys, they looking for to come up in these streets. Yes, they are. You don't need no therapy. Hey, Mina, how you doing? Happy Saturday morning, sugar. Me too, Shirley. Say, bro, yeah. This is servant, people turn, working dishonest, yeah. And he damn sure was looking for a comeback, drilling me like a gun. I mean, I don't know why I kept talking to him. Yeah, but Miss Loretta don't have a day on that internet pimps. That's what the hell they is, honey. Internet pimps, so be careful. You know, even be careful. Just be careful. If you an older person, you lonely and stuff like that. And I know this woman, she was 70 years old, and she said she was still sexually active. She said she never had sex, phone sex before till she met one of those internet pimps. She was an old white woman. I felt bad for her. I say, Lord, girl, you could have had a companionship. I say, I should have wrote your ass. You don't need no but a damn companionship. Somebody to drive you around and take you somewhere. That man done got this woman for over $100,000. She haven't. I said I wasn't going to do it no more, but I did it again. It's the first time she had phone sex in her life, 70-some years old. I am 47, and the young bucks are on my back because they want a sugar mama. Exactly. They damn sure do. But Veronica say, my father was a Marine, and he told us to be street smart and just not book. That's right. Smart because a street person will beat you out of your hard money. Exactly. Straight out of to have both. That's right. Your daddy told you right, Veronica. I told you right. Because I got a girlfriend right now. The one who got, she book smart. She book smart. She's smart as hell. But the streets, that's why when we went out, she had to go out with me because people in the streets would take advantage. And there's a lot of people like that. They smart as hell. But ain't nothing like street smart. I'm telling you, that street smart, so many people, millionaires today, didn't even graduate from high school or nothing. Because you know why? Because they street smart. They know how to come out here and they know how to hustle this internet. They know how to hustle the game. Most of these internet millionaires, most of them don't even have a high school diploma. Most of them don't have no kind of degree. Because they knew how to hustle in the streets. And when they came to this damn internet, they took over, baby. Because they knew how to handle it. They still do. Yeah, we got to be smarter than the devil is working overtime all the time. All the time. And it's a shame these men die and thinking these women's going to have a beautiful life. And most of these men who be whooping these women out their money, they don't be American men. They come from other damn countries. That's what makes it so sick. I mean, how could you be that naive? How could you be that gullible? And one of them was a fucking woman, pretending like she was a damn man. Mm. Yeah, you know, people when men and stuff love their wives and stuff like that, they secure that for them. They secure a good life. They really do. They secure a good life. That woman don't have to worry about nobody. And then most women, you know, like I say, times have changed. People 70 is almost like what, the new 50 or 60? Because these 70-year-old girlfriends I got, baby, I'm telling you, I turned 65. But when I go over there and see them, they still the same. They still the same women that Miss Loretta knew when I was 57 years old. One of them 87. Mm-hmm. The only thing, she just lost more weight. Because she said, you know, and I remember when she was in the nursing home for about 6 months. Because she went in the nursing home to get her knees done. And when she got in there, her whole heart artery was blocked. And because she was smoking like 3 and 4 packs of cigarettes a day. And she talking about, I'm worried about my knees, Loretta. And I came in this rehab. She said, I'm going to stay here because I ain't got time for nobody to try to take care of me. And now she 87 years old. She walking good. And this was years ago when she got her knees done. She was like in her late 60s when she had it done. And now she 87 years old. Mm-hmm. It sounds beautiful. I feel like, yeah, you know, it saved her life. Yeah, people are living a long time. And these old men, they trying to get their money. But now, you know, she ended up going to jail in her 70s because she cut her husband. Woo, baby, when I said it, she said, you know, I went to jail. I say, my son told me something about you had went to jail. She told me I sold my house and I moved back in the project after she cut her husband. You know, she had a home. She mortgaged that damn home up. I remember when she mortgaged that home up. And she said, I got to mortgage this house up, Loretta, because I need some money. I said, what you need money for? She said, because I want me a better car and I want me another ring. She wanted another wedding ring. She whooped up one day in the yard in that brand new van. She got a van because she had her grandchildren. Mm-hmm. She mortgaged up that house, and I think that's what the fight was over because she didn't even tell him that she had mortgaged up the house because the man had them add another room, all kind of stuff on the house. She mortgaged up her house. She ended up losing her house, and you know what she did? She said, I went back where I came from. I said, where you came from? She said, the projects. And that's where her ass at right now. She back in the damn project. She said, I don't give it. She said, I don't care. She said, this is my damn life. I said, I know that's right, girl. You build your life. She said, I'm from the projects. So I lost my house. I'm back in the projects now. I don't know why. Yeah, you're right, Auntie Loretta. These 60, 70-year-olds didn't look like my grandma back in the day. That's why I tell people. They say, why you ill? It's one woman, I had to just block her because she was effing with me on YouTube. And then she found my Facebook page. She went over there effing with me. Oh, you shouldn't. You too old to be acting the way you act, woman. Woman, stop acting the way you act. You can't tell me how to act. I'm acting the way how Miss Loretta act. This is Miss Loretta. And then she was over here. Then she went to Facebook. I had to block her ass on Facebook too, because the things that I think I kept some of her conversation. I think I screenshot some of her stuff. Hey, the real deal. But the thing is, you can't tell me how to act the way I act, because if y'all meet, I'm going to take y'all to meet some of my friends one day. One of them got old timers. She got a little of it. I seen her daughter at the bridal shower. She said, you know, Mama got a little of the old timers now. I said, yeah, your uncle told me that she had some of the old timers. But the women that I hung around with when I was in my 50s, and they was in their 60s. And like I say, they in their late 70s and 80s now, and they still doing good in life. They still looking good. They still doing. I didn't hang around Debbie Dimers. You know what I'm saying? I hung around people who was older women, but they wasn't no Debbie Downer. They ain't sitting up there trying to, waste their life. They enjoying their life. They doing stuff. They outgoing, speak, and that's what I think everybody should do. Enjoy your life. Age ain't the same no more. It's how you feel, how the government age make people feel older. Exactly, because people talking about following the rules. Make some rules of your damn own. Get your own rules. Can't nobody tell, oh, you can't drink early in the morning. If you drink like that, if you want to drink early in the morning, who told you that? Who told you? That's what I be telling people. Where all these stupid rules? People can do what they want to do. If your body allows you to do what you want to do, go ahead on and do what you want to do. That's all Miss Loretta can tell you. If the government ain't send it in the mail and stamped it, it ain't no damn rule. Now, when the government send one in the rule and say, Miss Loretta, stop dancing, stop talking, stop wearing this, stop doing this, stop doing that, then, and I still may not pay it too much attention because y'all know until you got in trouble. Ain't say nothing. Barbara said, yeah, I am 71 and my boots on the ground. Hey, boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. Yeah, I know that's right. Boots on the damn ground. But I like living. I like living. I like life because, like I say, my grandbabies, they changed my whole outlook of life. And I mean, because when I was young, I didn't have a grandmother. No more than my great grandma, but a grandma that I could be close to, because I had a step grandmother. And she was nasty as hell. She was not my grandma. That's why I don't claim her to this day. Because my daddy was married before he was married to my mama. So the woman that he was married to the first time, I guess she must have liked that woman better. So she treated her children better. Well, she treated my sister better than she treated us. This woman was always so nasty. That's why I don't claim her. I can't claim her because she wasn't a grandmother. And I used to say, grandmas don't supposed to act like this. Because I used to, read the little storybooks at school and stuff. How grandmas put, but that's in my mind. I wanted a good grandma. And I always told God, oh, look at that, the sun don't came out, y'all. Look at that. Sun is out. And I always told God, I said, Jesus, if I ever become a grandma, I'm going to be the best grandma I can. I promise you, Lord, I want to show my grandchildren love. I'm going to be a good grandma. This woman used to bitch at me all the time. That's why then I had a nerve to spend the night with her one time. 2 times I spent the night with her and made a mistake. She ain't even do nothing but try to feed me a bunch of damn food. You know how old people just keep on feeding. Keep on feeding you. And you be saying, I'm okay. Come here, God. Come here and eat this food. You gonna eat this food. I don't want no more, Grandma. God, I cook this food. You gonna eat it. And you sit there into that table and you eat that food. Mm-hmm. You a trendsetter. I make my own rules. I know that's right. And she was so damn mad. She was just nasty. She fed my brother so much till he ended up just poo-pooing on himself. I said, you overfeeding him. Shut your doggone mouth. I said, you keep making us eat all this food, poor gooby goo. He couldn't take it no more. Just bust out on him. I couldn't stand that woman. God knows Jesus. I couldn't stand. I said, she ain't no grandma. She always treat us mean. And then she treat the other children nice. Her other grandchildren nice. The government, that's right. The government they sent. I've been 22 years ignorant now. And don't look my age at all. I know that's right. She treated you like a red hamster stepchild. Yeah, she was so mean and nasty. And I remember one time, it was just me and her, and we were walking on a Saturday morning like this. I'll never forget it. On a Saturday morning, we walking somewhere. I don't know where the hell we walking, to the store somewhere. I don't know. So we walking, and here it is. I looked down on the ground, and there was a wallet. The wallet on the ground, you could see the money sticking out the wallet. I say, let me pick this up and go take it, go knock on their door. Somebody drop, throw it down. I said, Grandma, I can knock on the door and give it to. I said, throw it down, God dog it, throw it down. Throw that wallet down. Throw it down right now. God damn it, it ain't your business. Leave those people stuff right where it's at. Leave it right there, right there. Ooh, I was so mad. And when my daddy came and got me, my daddy said, you ready to go, sugar? I said, yeah. He said, what's wrong with you? I said, Daddy, I found the wallet. He said, you found the wallet? I said, yeah, Daddy. Money was sticking out the wallet and everything. And I wanted to get the wallet and give it to the people. I was going to knock on the door. If they didn't answer, I was going to bring the wallet to you, Daddy. And he said, well, what happened? I said, she made me throw it back down. My daddy said, somebody came and found that damn wallet and spent it. He said, that's a damn fool. She's a damn fool. Let me get my child and take my child home. My daddy was mad about that damn wallet. That woman crazy because that was his stepmama. That wasn't his real mama. His real mama had died. I had an auntie that made us eat a plate of food, and I had an auntie that made us eat a plate of food, and she didn't have much but food growing up. And that's how she showed us love, by making us eat. Yeah, and that's how this grandma. She ain't do nothing with us. She ain't take a walk and cuss you out the whole way there and back. And then when I used to spend the night with her, she used to be back there in the room talking to granddaddy. Now, my granddaddy, I remember him basically. I was like 4 or 5 when he died. But I remember him. That was a sweet man. He was so nice. And my granddaddy was red. He was red. My granddaddy was a red man. And my daddy was a very dark-skinned man. I never seen my daddy mama in my life. I would have loved to see her. I would have loved to see her. I never seen her in my life. I don't even know if anybody even got a picture of her. I would have loved to see her, to see how she looked. Because she was a darker one. She was dark-skinned. And my granddaddy was red. I remember my granddaddy. He was a very red, high yellow man. Mm-hmm. What did granddaddy see in her mean ass? I don't know, honey. Daddy was right. Daddy said, that's a damn fool. Let me get my child and take my child home. He said, somebody got that wallet. He told her, he said, somebody got that. It wasn't her. It wasn't her. It wasn't her. My daddy said it wasn't nobody's on. They just dropped it. Somebody else came along and got it. God damn it. She don't be picking that stuff. She ain't gonna be picking that stuff. She ain't gonna be picking that stuff. That woman was a hot damn mess. I told my mama, I said, Mama, she don't like you because she liked my daddy's first wife. My daddy's first wife and her was, pretty close. And I said, that's why she don't like us neither. My mama said, y'all ain't got to come back over here if y'all don't want to. I did. I ain't go back. The last time that woman seen me, I was back home. So was. She was living in they had moved her in Tampa Projects then. Yeah, they had moved her in Tampa Projects with her grouchy ass. Yeah, Tampa Projects right there on. They was nice then. They got garbage when but they don't tear them down and they don't rebuild them. The same projects over there on 22nd, but they brand new projects now. That's where my grandma used to stay. Yeah, they had moved her in the projects in Tampa, Florida. And then my oldest sister, who lived in Georgia, now she lived in the other ones around the corner from my grandma. Now that's the one she spoiled, but like I said, she treated us different. And that's why I made up my mind. I said I was going to be the best grandmother I was with my grandkids, and I try to be, you know. That's why I try. That's why I get out here. I exercise. I try to be motivated with my babies. I don't like for no one I don't like for none of my grandbabies to have problems. That's why I say Auntie Loretta got to make her a trip to Georgia. I'm coming to Georgia to see about my baby. You know, the only reason um I wouldn't mind him coming. I don't have room enough for him to come and stay. That's why I'm working on trying to get a house, a bigger place. If I had a 3-bedroom, I most definitely would have been there, went up there and got his ass. Because he'll be 18 in a matter of a few more months. So that's what we're probably going to work on, trying to get me a house where I can, you know, for he can just come on down. Because he a man now, and he don't need to share no room with nobody, and he don't need to be laying in no living room. He need his own damn room. Sometimes you just have to do for you know, your grandbabies when they get older. Sometimes, you know, people treat them so bad to when they get grown, they'd be so relieved till they know they got another part of the family that really care. So that's what I'm gonna be working on too this year. There's so much on my plate, y'all, that Auntie want to do the Lord's will, spare my life, keep my strength. I hope I can do the things that I really want to do. My mama taught me to find, keep, a lose, a weep. Yeah, girl, I remember that money was hanging out that wallet. But just to knock on the door, you know, the person probably would have lied just to see that money and say, yeah, that's my wallet, that's my wallet. I try, when I find stuff, that's true, I try to give it back. I remember one time I was pushing my buggy to my car, and somebody left their whole purse on the buggy. It had to be a, you know, older person, you know, because sometimes when all-timers and stuff start kicking in at older age, I took the purse and I took it right on back in the store. I returned it. I ain't go in there and look in her purse. I ain't see what the hell she had. I just went and returned. I do stuff like that. I find jewelry and shit. I take it up there to the front. I don't be trying to see is it real or what. I just take it. I wish people give me back some of my damn rings I done lost. But one time, I'm going to tell you something. What happened to me? One time, this ain't no lie. That's why I return stuff to this day. The reason why I turn stuff to this day, because back there in the day when I was getting no food stamps, they used to have the book of food stamps. Remember the books? The books, they ain't have the card. They had the books. And I had went to this store. I had just got my food stamps. I had about $200 worth. About $200, you know, book of food stamps. And I had about $25. And they was in my wallet. I had dropped it. I dropped my wallet with all my food stamps, my little $25 in there. So I went back to the store, and I said, did somebody find a wallet? He said, well, what color it is? Because, you know, these days you have to ask people to describe their stuff, because, you know, if somebody heard that you lost something, they'll go and try to claim it. That's why people ask you stuff like that. They say, yeah. He said, some young girl out there, she found these for you. I say, and she turned them in? He said, yeah, she turned them in. And I looked in the wallet, the $25 was gone. I say, well, baby, I ain't worried about the $25. She turned my food stamps in. That's all what mattered. I say, now, he probably took the store owner. I say, I believe that fucker took my $25 out of there. I believe he did. Because she turned in the whole book of food stamps and the money. I believe he took the $25. And from that day on, I had made a vow with myself. I say, Lord, when I find stuff from now on, I'm going to return it. No matter what it is, money or anything. Because it just goes to show you the energy that you put out there, you'll receive that same energy back. And you do. When you put that good energy out there, that same energy will return to you back. So that's why I turn in stuff when I find stuff. Because They didn't have to do that for Miss Loretta. They showed them paper book stamps back then in that girl. Yeah, honey, we used to sell them anyway. Everyone else, how you doing? I hate to say it, but y'all know on 15 and Lake we used to sell our damn stamps. Y'all remember, girls, back there in the day, Hillsborough County, come on, let's not act stupid. Girl, we sell $100 worth. The man used to give me like 95, but you know, I used to tell people, I used to make a little hustler off of them because I used to have to go in there, you know, and sell them myself. So out of 100, you know, they got about, sometimes I used to give them about $65 off the 100. You know, I have to get my cut too, shoot, because he didn't trust everybody. Child, please, back there in the day in Tampa, we had stores that let you go Christmas shopping with your food stamp. You could buy washing powder, bleach, gas, everything. What you talking about, girl? Food stamps were just like money in Hillsborough County. Yes, you're absolutely right. Frank say you put your outcome about that's right. What kind of energy you put out here in the atmosphere, I'm telling you, that's what kind of energy you get back. If you pick up people's shit and don't return it, when you lose something, you probably will get that same energy. And I believe that. Facts, what you put out comes back. That's right. Me and my ex were arguing in the parking lot, and we found a wallet with 800 cash. Woo! Good gracious! Girl, that was what y'all did with it. Did y'all turn it in? Woo! That's why one of my grandbabies, I can't give her no money because every time we give her the money, she don't care nothing about money. She forgets she have money, and it's gone. And one of them, she saved her money so good to where her mama go in her wallet. Her mama talking about, these children don't even be spending their money. I'm going to tell my mama, stop spending money on these children. They be having money, they don't spend it. One of them had like $60 in her wallet. And she right here just having a wallet. I say, that's the same wallet Tariq found in the car. I said, I ain't know it had money in it. Somebody, yeah, she walking around here with that money in her wallet. I say, girl, you got to know the value of money. I say, I wish I knew she had it because she sure was spending mine like she ain't have a dime. In Cleveland, Ohio, food stamps spend like money. Now they got the card. That card ain't stopped nothing. Those girls still spending, they still. Down the card, they get them to the vendors. They go get them to the vendors. The people who own restaurants and stuff, they be buying damn food stamps. People who own the stores, like the BP, those type of people, they buy the girls' food stamps. That's why they don't have nothing to sell to you. Because they the ones around here buying them. Exactly. Those are the ones who buying the food stamps now. The people who own their own business, you will be surprised how many of those people be buying food stamps. Money bring happiness then. Well, to me, money can't bring no happiness, but money can bring you things that you need to want in your mind, what society think that we're supposed to have. I think you make your own, I believe in that, you make your own happiness. If you broke, don't have a dime. You know, I wake up every morning to be able to move around and got energy and just feel good about myself. I think I feel good as a millionaire. I mean, it is what it is, you know. Life got to keep life, and I think you make your own happiness, the things that you want to do. I never wanted to be a rich woman, but I would like to be a comfortable person, you know, just to live comfortable, but I don't want to establish myself, you know, because sometimes I look at people's life and I say, like I look at Porsha. Porsha don't marry, well, she's supposed to marry a millionaire. Porsha had the most, oh my God, I don't know how much money that wedding cost. But we know that wedding cost probably 500, probably $1 million, her wedding. And then to see her life went from that to where she at now. And I know the only thing probably scare her is this gonna last forever. Is my wealth gonna last me forever? If I'm gonna be able to live in big houses like this forever, if I'm gonna be able to take care of when my daughter reach 18, will my life be secure like this? Cause they spend money on stupidness. You know, they'll pay $10,000 for a pair of shoes. That's a life Miss Loretta knows none about, and I don't want to know nothing about. I don't want to have a life that I could go out there and pay $10,000 for a pair of shoes, because to me, it's just unbelievable. And the bitch is still gonna hurt your feet. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And I know the most people, when they be on top like that and they making all that money, and they don't try to, live a certain, tone it down and invest their money in some kind of way, it probably get us, you can't even put on your own makeup. You got to hire makeup artists. I don't want to live a life like that. You got to have a makeup artist to put your makeup on. You got to have somebody to pick out clothes for you. You just got to have this type of life. I like waking up doing my own shit. You hear me? I like waking up doing me. I don't want nobody to cater to me. And living like that for years, 30, I can't see myself living like that, baby. I just not Miss Loretta. Yes, you can't be rich and miserable. While a lot of them commit suicide because they got all this money. They so unhappy. They don't want to share it. They don't want to give back. You know what make me feel good inside? When I'm able to give people. When I'm able to give, that's where my love, that's where I feel good. Every time, if I'm out there, if I got something and somebody, a homeless person or anybody need it, or somebody just need me to do a kind thing, like hold the door open for them, or help them out, help them get in the car, or something like that. That would make me happy, doing stuff for other people. I put it like that. When I can do stuff for other people, when I can reach out and help people, something like that. That what warms my heart. That would make me happy. That make me feel more happy than anything. Like the Chinese was selling them hemorrhage bags and paying thousands of dollars, and they was only worth $200 exactly. Hey, Boomer. Hey, baby. Hey, Lamine. How y'all doing on this beautiful Saturday, girl? 10, 19 money ounce of all things. Yeah. I never wanted to be a rich person, but I do want to be a person where I can pay my bills and just live comfortable. If I got the money to take a vacation, take me a vacation. If I don't got it, I don't got it. I mean, we ain't been on a vacation in a couple of years because things that we had to do. And usually I go travel with my family. Now I travel with my daughter. Because that's the vacation person. She be getting some nice houses and stuff. And I'm just blessed that I have a child that could take her mom on vacations and stuff like that. I get so mad when people say money is evil. No, money is not evil at all. The love of money is evil, exactly. Without money, how we get our bills paid, money is not made to get here to make it evil, exactly. And that's why you don't worry about it, because when you don't worry about it, things seem to work out better for you. Boy, you say, I've been single for 5 years, and I am a content. I don't even like leaving my house. People irritates me, but Lord knows I want a godly man. Well, pray for what you want. God will send it to you. Just mean it from your heart. And you ain't got the ice number that one time. You ain't got to keep icing God for nothing. That's, and I'm telling you that. Once you pray and ice God for something, you don't have to keep icing God. Just say, Lord Jesus, send her a good man her way. Send her a good loyalty man, somebody who's going to care about her, Jesus, somebody who's going to understand her, Somebody gonna tell her all her faults and flaws and ain't trying to change her. Send her a good man in Jesus' name, and you will get him. Mm-hmm. Hey, Patrice, how you doing, Miss Loretta? Her wedding was up $1 million and had, oh my God, and just look at it. And you know something, Patrice, when I look at Porsha, I say, girl, how could you go from living your life like that? Now you bite down, sitting here in your living room eating damn church's chicken. Just eat church's chicken, don't have surgery all on the butt and stuff. And she want people to think that's natural. We know that's not natural, Porsha. To me, but I feel a sadness. When I look at Porsha, I feel a sadness. I feel like a depression woman. I feel like that Porsha can actually really take herself away. Because going from that type of lifestyle and then to get with somebody that ain't what it called up to be, then you got to go right back down. You done went way up. She done went way up there in the air. Now she right back down. And it looked almost frightening. Damn. How you go traveling the world for 3 years and you all with a supposed to be a so-called millionaire and living your life, and now look what you down to, because the house is not all of that. I mean, it ain't like Shamir's house. Shamir the one who got the millionaire house. Her house got damn elevators in it. And that been the quietest one out of all the women out of Atlanta housewives. Shamir always been the one they kept hidden. And she got more than all of them. All of them. But Shamir don't even act like it. That's what I like about her. She down to earth. She still herself. That money didn't change her. I received the prayer unto you, me, and he'll be there. Porsha is pitiful. Mm-hmm. Hey, honey, gangster goddess, how you doing? Good morning, auntie and chat. How you doing, my love? Mm-hmm. Where did Porsha see in Dennis? I don't know. I don't think Dennis attracted to her like that no more. But I think Porsha want Dennis back. Just like Drew say, she wanna cross that bridge again. And she do it like, but she got Dennis for the rest of her life, because that look good. Ooh, good girl. That look good, look just like Dennis. Pure Lord, to look just, ooh, girl. They should have named her name Denise. Ooh, talking about Pure Lord, that baby should have been named Denise. Dennis and Denise, honey. That you met little Denise over there she got, because, honey, I don't know why she ain't named that girl Denise. Ooh, because little Denise look just like her daddy Dennis. I'm telling you, that's Dennis all the way to the heart. I say, poor Laura, you met damn Denise, girl, because she look just like Dennis. Just like Dennis. And it's a shame your child's smarter than you already. Woo, baby. I don't think I could have told that story, Porsha. Your daughter's smarter than you already. Ooh, we love Shamar. I love her house. Yes, and Shamar ain't never bragged that she had a house. Shamar ain't never came out here and told people she was living like that. Yes, and I see Porsha kind of jealous of Shamar. I see it a little bit. I do. Because Shamar and her husband, they got some years in their marriage, honey. They got some years in their marriage. Candy Mama gonna spend Candy Mama gonna spend all her money. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Candy spoiled her mama too. But she damn sure do. Lamine say Dennis should never take, Dennis should never take and get back. She left. She left him because he didn't have money and ran off to a scammer. Yeah, and now Dennis back on his feet. But you heard what Dennis say, that when he seen Simon asked about her. Remember? Simon asked about how was Porsha, and then he looked up. They together. Simon is a snake girl, and that Porsha got exactly what she got. He wasn't even a United States citizen. You see what the F you married? He was trying to marry you to get his damn citizen. Because he sure didn't get it with the first wife. And he ain't have none of this shit. People kept telling her that Dennis didn't have, that Simon didn't have shit. Did they kick Kenya off? Hell yeah. You seen where she went and got that girl nude pictures. Kenya knew better than that shit. When that girl was real young, she was into OnlyFans. People do stuff when they stupid. And she showed the girl nude pictures. That was too much. Kenya knew that. She knew better. Patrice said, Auntie, the man was not even rich. He was fake. Exactly. Simon was fake. And he had all those wives over in Africa. And yes, he sure did. And he was still fooling with them too. He used the hell out of Porsha because we all know Porsha not smart. Come on now. We all know Porsha is not smart at all. Even a 16-year-old girl know her mama ain't smart, y'all. Tell me, it's okay, mommy. Ooh, Dennis know Porsha ain't smart. I think he over Porsha though. I think he kind of really like Drew. I don't know why him and Drew just won't go to get together. I think Drew would appreciate Dennis better than Porsha did. I think Drew would really appreciate Dennis. Because he helped did Alvin anyway. He kicked out a lot of money for Drew Alvin. He helped her with the Alvin and everything. That was Dennis' money. But Dennis looking better. He looking like he don't got himself together. But I think Porsha want to run across that again. She still want to control him. She used to controlling 2 men, and Simon didn't have shit. He didn't even have citizen. He didn't own none of this shit. He was leasing all that stuff. Leasing. Yeah, they be leasing the Rolls Royce. All y'all seen? Y'all seen how Carl boyfriend did her? These African men, they be running out there. They say Atlanta, Georgia, every woman in Atlanta. They think she's somebody got an African. And they running through those Atlanta women too with this one and that one. He sure did. Kim say, is this our own? Is this is your own nice neighborhood? Notice how most of them get married and divorced. Cynthia can't. Now Cynthia, she knew Mike didn't want her. That was you. She had a expensive. She was so desperate. She married during COVID. And then you look at that shit today, it ain't even laugh. People could have took a chance of getting damn COVID on your damn dumb ass, and now you know damn well Mike didn't want you. See, they get in their mind, they look so good till they be special. Oh, he want me because I'm an Atlanta housewife and I own a little son and I got a little money. So Mike ain't gonna treat me like he did the rest of them. He treated you worse than he treated the rest of them. You wasn't his type when you married him. He just did it because you paid for all the shit. That man didn't want you, Cynthia, and you know it. He did not want you. That's why you should have been better off with stayed your black ass with Peter. Peter ain't want you neither. He just got your damn money. Hot damn mess. Hot damn mess. They be thinking they be something. And Kenya, that man can't stand her. I think they had sex one time to make that little girl. And that was it. I don't think that man was going, that man can't stand the sight of Kenya. You hear me? I don't know how he made that baby with her. But he got other kids too, and he's still making kids. But the man ain't want no damn Kenya. So then, at least she got a daughter out of it. I think Dennis and Drew had something freaky, yeah. Hey, it's Mika. Good morning. How you doing, sugar? Shirley Sunshine, I believe so. Loretta say she's married. Pacific date 2020. Shit ain't lasting. Ain't none of their marriage last. So Atlanta wives ain't caught up to what the hell they supposed to be, is they? And the only reason why Candy and Tar still married because they do threesomes. Sunshine say, Cynthia, you always been slow. And May just said, yeah, she knew Mike didn't want her. Mike is a ladies' man, always have been. Patrice say, how does these women think African men's are rich. Well, out there in Atlanta, Georgia. Let me say Peter was better fit for Cynthia. Yeah, he was, although you know he used the money. Hey, Tyrone. Damn, auntie, I couldn't see. He didn't even like Kenya. Yeah, we all seen that he didn't like Kenya. And we all seen that Mike didn't like Cynthia. We seen that Cynthia going with a young white boy now. That probably better off with one. That young white boy gonna run through her dumb ass too. Yeah, she had her daughter out there staying with Mike and everything, you know. Um, your food is a choice of from her. Yeah, she had her daughter and everything staying out there with that man. I knew Cynthia and Mike wasn't gonna make it. I said, Mike, you need to quit lying. You is not attracted to Cynthia. Because I don't see the type of women that Mike like. Mike like red, pretty, white, looking close to white looking women. That's what type of, he wasn't attracted to, he was attracted to her money. And she wanted to marry that man so bad. She married him during the fucking COVID. That's why a lot of people like Nene and them, they didn't go to her wedding. Only Candy kept her shorter. Yeah, because she do threesomes. Oh, and Todd invite other people in their room. She'll tell you. They have them to sign the paper. So she ain't doing shit. Her marriage ain't shit neither. She have to, when her and Todd go out and they see something they want, she say they bring them back to the room and they have the girl. They don't do like T.I. and Tiny. They have the girl to sign the paper. They don't drug them. Woo, they don't drug them, y'all. Todd and Candy don't drug them. They just have them to sign the paper. So her marriage ain't strong neither. Anytime you need a third party in that bedroom, that wedding, that marriage ain't shit. I'm telling you, because I'm a gangster by myself. Especially when it comes to the bedroom, I'm a gangster, baby. I don't need no help. I damn sure don't. Todd was the cameraman, yeah. But now he's a producer and he's a movie maker. I don't know if that marriage gonna last long, because I know Todd was just there to get on his damn feet. And that he is, because you know his movies be coming out pretty good. He done made a couple movies. Yes, his movies don't do bad. They ain't hit no blockbuster yet, but I guarantee you when one ever hit blockbuster, he probably out of there. Yeah, bedroom Candy. She got a little sex store, and you know the restaurants, one of them got closed down because of FIP or something, wasn't it, y'all? All these damn bugs done start coming out. The sun done came out, bugs coming out. Believe me to me, auntie, I don't need no help. That's right. Anytime, according to that Bible, you done brought somebody else in that marriage, you ain't married no more. I mean, and that's what Todd and Candy do. That's why the marriage stays so long. I don't care who you are. If you don't have another third party in your marriage, that marriage is not valid in the eyes of God. I mean, you had to bring a third party to keep you together for 10 to 20 years. No, baby. That's not how life goes. I tell you, you're a bedroom bully. I just know how to run mine. That's why I can go call, make a phone call. You know, anything I ever had, I can always get it back when it comes to a man. And that's why I get along with all their girlfriends. I don't want that no more. I get along with all their women. I mean, all my exes, they can bring their women around me. And everyone, when I do talk to one of their exes, they be talking about you. I say, talking about me for what? It be fun, though. We talking about how crazy you is. I say, yeah, I am crazy. He be having me laugh and telling me some of those stories how crazy you is. He say, my ex-wife crazy as hell. Yeah, I am. I say, he telling you the truth. I am. I am crazy. That I am, y'all. All right, dear. This long one. I hope it don't here over an hour. I got my little finna go do me a little more. The stoves don't open up. I got to go get my cream so I can drink my mocha. But I'm thinking about doing a membership party tonight. This will be our first membership party of the month. So I'm thinking about doing that tonight to give away a few memberships tonight. Yes, Auntie wanna I try to bless my channel by giving away 40 members a month on my own. But I just give them out randomly. I might give out like 15 or 20 tonight. So I might do a membership party tonight. All right, so I'll see y'all later on at the party if you're still up, because y'all know aunties, I'm a late one. But right now, I'm finna go in here, get situated, get me some cream so I can put in my mocha. I don't drink coffee, I drink mocha. Because I know the Family Dollar don't open up, and we're going to get my mocha, and then we're supposed to be going somewhere with the girls up here today. We're going to hang out a little bit. And I might post a little bit and show y'all where I'm at, because I'm going to be outside. But later on tonight, we think about doing the membership party to bless somebody. One day I hope to see all y'all name in green. Every last one of y'all name in green. All right, I love y'all. And don't get nothing on you. Enjoy your Saturday. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.